Hey guys, in today's video we'll show you our top quality multi-time frame analysis that no one talks about. So stay tuned. But before we continue, we also want to note that we have a Telegram channel as well, where we post signals and other top quality educational content. So here's Euro-Dollar weekly time frame. And as you can see, this week we closed on this massive bullish engulfing. We tested our weekly effective support right here with this wick, and then price proceeded up, since this level represents a strong demand zone. In addition, we can conclude that our daily effective level, which located right here, right now actually less valid, since it was respected multiple times in the past, as you can see right here, but now price ignored it, rising or falling towards it without any price action, which means for us as buyers and sellers are not taking action right at this level, but it is still meaningful on the lower time frames. By the way guys, we traded the Euro-Dollar in our VIP community and this was quite successful trade, but again, back into our analysis, we also want to say that of course we are bullish on the Euro-Dollar after this week, but again, to confirm our bullish bias, we want to say a clear higher high right from that level, because guys, price multiple times reached this monthly effective resistance and then pulled back. To avoid this scenario and to clearly confirm our bullish bias, we want to say a clear higher high and break right to that level, which is very strong and valid, since it was represented multiple times in the past, even as you can see right here. 5 weeks in a row, we failed to break right above it, and then price proceeded down. But again, we should confirm it through the lower time frames as well. So with that being said, we have an unconfirmed bullish bias on the Euro-Dollar on the weekly time frame. So let's proceed it down to the daily. And before we continue guys, we also want to share with you our VIP group performance. As you can see, almost 2000 pips was made this week in our VIP community. So such a crazy performance, especially in the election week with the crazy volatility in the markets. So as you can see, beautiful real trades. As you can see, short of Euro-Aussie. Then we have two beautiful trades, Euro-Dollar long and again short pound Kiwi. So guys, our VIP community includes a trading program along with our 3 day trading and scalping strategies. We also send the setups every weekend and the live signals. So guys, all info will be in the description to the video and also in the comments below. So make sure to check it, and let's back to our analysis. So here's Euro-Dollar daily time frame. And as you can see, we have this beautiful rejection of our weekly effective support right here. What is more, we have 4 green candles in a row, giving for us a clear bullish bias on the daily time frame for the Euro-Dollar, as this represents a strong bullish price action through these 4 beautiful green candles in a row. And what is more, we have some higher high right here, right from that level, which is an early signal of a possible trend continuation and our bullish bias confirmation from the weekly time frame. But again, we as always want to see a clear higher high from that level. But anyway, we have a bullish bias on the Euro-Dollar on the daily time frame. So with that being said, let's go down to the lower time frames to discuss our trade scenarios for the coming week. So here's for our time frame, and let's draw the trend line. As you can see right here, so we can draw this trend line. It is very meaningful since it was respected multiple times right here, and then price proceeded up, breaking right through it. So which can be considered as an early signal again of our bullish bias. But like we said, we have another confluence factor on our way through this monthly effective resistance. And only if the price will break right through it, we will consider Euro-Dollar as a buy, since price reversed multiple times in the past right from that level. So we want to see a clear break and then a pullback to reject the broken level or the Fibonacci golden zone, or some rejections on the lower time frame. And only after this we can jump into the long trade. So let's go down to the 1 hour time frame to discuss the bear scenario as well. So here's the 1 hour time frame, and since the price approaching this monthly effective resistance and the price reversed multiple times in the past right from that level, we cannot ignore the bear scenario. And what is more, we have some price action which tell us about early bearish signal on this pair. So let's discuss it. So first of all, let's draw this trend line right here, and let's do the same along the bottom. And what we can see is that this is actually a rising wedge, a bearish reversal pattern. So if the price will fail to break right to that level, we have a high probability of reversal. So once price will break this lower trend line, and it would be greater for price to break the 50 EMA as well, we can easily initiate a short trade and target at least this daily level. And our next target in terms of bearish scenario would be this weekly level right here. So guys, let's move on. So here's pound dollar weekly time frame, And as you can see, like in the euro-dollar case, we again have a beautiful momentum bullish candle, as you can see right here, and this repeats our euro-dollar ideas as well. But anyway, there is some difference and let's discuss it. So first of all, we have a clear higher high. Finally, we have a clear higher high, which helps for us to tell about strong bullish bias on the weekly time frame for the pound dollar. But on the other hand, we again have a monthly effective resistance on our way right here. And we should closely monitor the price action right at this level as well. But again, since the price successfully made a higher high, we have a bullish bias on the pound dollar for the coming week on the weekly time frame. So let's go down to the daily. So here's daily, and we actually can see the same picture. Right here, the price successfully held on this level, failing to make a new low and reverse from it drastically to the upside. So we have a clear bullish bias on the pound dollar on the daily time frame as well. So let's go down to the lower time frames to discuss our trade ideas for the coming week. So here's 4-hour time frame, and you can probably know that when we have this drastic uptrend with almost no pullbacks and some rejections, it's very hard to enter into high quality trade. And right now we have some confidence area right here that price rejected and respected in the past as well. But again, the most interesting picture comes right here, right at the monthly effective resistance. So probably like in the euro-dollar case, we want to see a clear higher high and a clear break right from that level to be sure about our bias. So once the price will break it, we will look for some pullback and enter on the lower time frames. But we can consider the bear scenario as well. So for instance, even with the same confluence area, we have a double top right here, which could be considered as a momentum loss. But again, it's unconfirmed and it does not mean a reversal, especially after this drastic uptrend with all green candles in a row. And so in terms of bear scenario, we would like to see at least the breakout of this minor trend line and the 50 EMA, and only once these confluence factors will be broken, we will consider pound dollar as a short. So guys, with that being said, let's move to the dollar. So here's dollar CAD weekly time frame, and as you can see, we have this massive engulfing bearish candle breaking right through the daily effective level as well, and breaking right through the round number level 1.31 right here. But again, we should be very careful since the price approaching a key area right here, from which price reversed multiple times in the past. For instance, right here, we also have some reversal right here and right here. So guys, very key area, and we should clearly monitor price action right at this level. And we cannot say about 100% bearish bias on this pair on the weekly time frame, even with this beautiful bearish momentum candle. So we have an unconfirmed bearish bias on the dollar CAD on the weekly time frame. And for further confirmation, we want to see a new low right from that level right here. So we want for price to break 1.30 price level to be sure about our bearish bias and to enter into the trade. So here's dollar CAD daily time frame. And as you can see, price beautifully rejected weekly effective resistance right here and proceeded down. And what is more interesting, the price rejected our daily effective resistance, which lines up perfectly with the 50 EMA right here, and then proceeded down. So it actually represents two beautiful trade opportunities on the higher time frame, which could be realized through the lower time frames. And we traded this pair on our VIP community as well. But back into our analysis, as you can see, we have a strong demand zone even right here, as the price multiple times tried to break right through it but failed. So we can extend it right here, and right now we actually can see the same picture as the price stalled right at this area. So again, we have an unconfirmed bearish bias on the dollar CAD on the daily time frame. So let's go down to the 4-hour time frame to discuss our trade ideas for the coming week. So for our bearish scenario, we should back right to the January 2020 and to draw a trend line, as you can see right here. So we connect these two swings right here. So to confirm our bearish scenario, we want for price to break right through that longer term trend line, and through the 1.30 round number level. And only once this happens, we can consider dollar CAD as a short, because as you can see, we have multiple confluence area on our way from which price could reverse drastically. Let's go down to the 1-hour time frame to discuss our bullish scenario for the dollar CAD. So here's 1-hour time frame, and let's draw this imperfect trend line right here. So boom, we have it. And guys, if price will successfully hold this area, it could be considered as an early sign of a possible trend change. And to confirm it, we want to see a clear break right through the 50 EMA and to the trend line, and of course right to the 1.31 price level, because it presents some strength as well. So we have this multi-confluence area, and if the price will successfully break right through it, we can consider this as a buy. So with that being said, let's move to the gold. So here's gold, and price finally break right through that monthly level right here with this beautiful momentum candle, showing for us a clear bullish momentum on the weekly time frame. So with that being said, we have a clear bullish bias on the gold on the weekly. So let's go down to the daily. So here's daily, and we actually can see the same picture. Price beautifully broke the monthly effective resistance right here. And what is more, it broke the trend line as well, which we drove multiple times in the past, and made a clear higher high right from that level. So again, we have a beautiful bullish bias on the daily time frame on the gold. So let's go down to 4-hour time frame to discuss some trade ideas. So here's gold 4-hour time frame, and right here we can draw a minor resistance from which price bounces back in the past multiple times. For instance, right here, right here, right here. So it was respected and rejected multiple times in the past, and thus this level represents some value for us. And as you can see right here, right now price touched this level and proceeded back a little bit. Our bullish scenario, we want to see the following. So we want for a price to break right through that level with a clear momentum, and once this level will be broken, so we could jump into the trade immediately, since we have a beautiful fresh momentum and a pullback may never come. And let's discuss the bearish scenario as well. So since we have some rejections and price changed their direction once it touched this level, we can consider the bearish scenario as well. So let's drop this trend line right here, this tight trend line, and once price will break this trend line, our bearish momentum will be confirmed, and we could easily jump into the trade, and first of all target this monthly level, and then target the start of the trend line. So let's move on. So here's US oil weekly time frame, and as you can see, after this beautiful bearish momentum candle, price stalled at the weekly effective resistance, showing for us some indecision candles this week. But we have a clear bearish bias from the bigger picture, because as you can see, price now successfully made a new low right here, and there is no reason to change our bias from bearish to bullish right now on the weekly time frame. So let's go down to the lower time frame to discuss trade ideas for the coming week. So here's 4-hour time frame, and first let's discuss our bullish scenario. So to go long on the US oil, we want to see the following. So first of all, let's draw this trend line right here, this tight trend line, and if the price will be able to break right through it and right through the 50 EMA on the 4-hour time frame, we could easily go long and target first of all this Fibonacci level, and then our next weekly level right here. Considering our bearish scenario, we would like to see the following. So first of all, we want to see a clear break right to that level, through our weekly level, and then some rejections of it to enter into high quality trade. Because guys, for instance, right here we broke our weekly level, and then when we wait for some pullback right to that level, as you can see right here, we failed to see any beautiful price action, and then price proceeded up. Thus we always should wait for a beautiful pullback to be in the high quality trade. So guys, thanks for watching. Press the like button, comment below what you think about this analysis, what pairs you trade for the coming week. Consider to join our VIP as well, and see you the next week.